So, as we move into our gratitude practice for today, last week was a lot of emotional stuff, just dealing with just thinking, right? Going back to childhood, thinking about my kids and the moves that they want to make and things that they want to do. And it's just a lot of mind work and just kind of being in processing ideas, processing emotions, concepts, all these things. Um, and in that, I did a lot of processing of myself last week and over the weekend, right? And a lot of hard stuff. And I got to this point where I was like, it's time to let go of certain things. But with letting go, one of the biggest ways to let go or biggest components of letting go is forgiveness. And that's what my gratitude entry is for today, is forgiveness. And why forgiveness though? Because forgiveness is a super hard topic a lot of the times. Sometimes we try to move on past things without actually acknowledging the fact that there's somebody, excuse me, got a hair in my mouth. There's somebody in that position or that situation who needs to be forgiven. Whether it's the person standing in front of you, whether it's the person that isn't standing in front of you, or the person that you're sitting with yourself. There's somebody in that position that needs to be forgiven for us to really be able to truly let go. And this is what that forgiveness process is actually doing. So the first thing what we do is when we forgive is it gives us a chance to lead with our heart, right? Because it's a choice. Forgiveness isn't a consequence. It's not a byproduct. It's a choice. We have to actually be willing to fall into forgiveness. And by falling into forgiveness, we're leading with our heart because we're not going to do it or lightly. It's not going to be a decision that we make haphazardly. It's going to be a decision that we've made and been processing over time. And when we get to the point where we're actually going to forgive ourselves or a person who has transgressed against us, then we'll be leading with our heart. And then that just goes back to letting go. We can't let go of these things until we learn to actually forgive the situation, the people, right? Sometimes it feels really painful to let go because of the fact that we want to hold on to it because it is now who we are. That pain, that way that we were harmed or hurt or whatever someone did to us or whatever we did to ourselves, we want to hold on to it because that's what we think we deserve, right? But the more we hold on to something, the tighter we clasp something and squeeze it for longer periods of time, what actually ends up happening is that muscle that we're using to hold on to something for so long actually weakens over time, right? Causing long-term effects. So the way to strengthen that muscle is to let it go and to relax it and to give it the energy that it needs to be able to function, right? And to not be clenched and tensed up so much. And then what you do in this process of forgiveness is you allow the other person to heal as well. You don't have to be friends anymore. You don't have to like that person anymore. You don't have to love or hate that person any more than you already do. Right? But when you forgive them, you give them the opportunity to let go of that piece of themselves and to actually step into a place where they can actually start healing for themselves as well. So ultimately, what you're both doing when one or the other allows forgiveness to enter into the scenario is you're facing your demon, you're facing the beast, the monster, you're facing the abyss, the black hole that has opened up. And you're staring into it and allowing it at that moment to devour you. And you're willing to be vulnerable in that space long enough to start working on letting those feelings go. Because once we enter into forgiveness, then the work starts of letting go of the pain that has been holding us back from forgiveness or resisting us against forgiveness the whole time. So today, gratitude for myself anyway is forgiveness and how we get to that point And the quicker we get to that point, the faster we start being able to unpack some of the other things that come with it. So, as per usual, you can use forgiveness as your daily gratitude entry for today, or you can come up with your own. And like I always say, it does not matter to me what you are thankful for as long as you are thankful for something. Head over to my Facebook page at Brian Valentine and join me every morning, Monday through Friday, for my morning meditation and gratitude practice. I hope to see you there.